It's the final week of the season for the Indycar Fixed Oval Series, and week 12 brings us to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Although this track looks like it has 4 lanes, it really only has 2. When you qualify, be careful on your outlap and throw your first lap away. You'll see here I kind of lazily run along the bottom 2 lanes of the track and don't worry about maximizing my exit towards the wall. Taking the white flag lap, you're going to want to trail brake. If you watch my telemetry, you'll see that I brake until I get aggressively back on the throttle in 3rd gear. And avoid excess oversteer on corner exits. It's very much a similar corner in 3 and 4, trail braking to the bottom and maximizing my exit all the way out to the wall, ripping through the gears and finishing just under 23 seconds. This is a 22.868. I think a 22.7 might be pole speed for good splits this week. When you are racing, you need to be very careful on cold tires, and you need to be very careful of the bottom of the racetrack. Anything beneath the first white dotted line is almost assuredly instant death. Do not go there. You will die. Learn from my mistake. I made it so you don't have to. Watch as my left sides dip beneath the gradient banking of the bottom of the track, and it just rips the entire car around. It is possible to enter on the bottom of the track and stay there. You just need to make sure that you keep all 4 tires on that plane of banking, which will be much slower. This is a typical race pace lap. I had an audio issue, so I had to record with my overlay on. I hope you can forgive me. But you'll want to run on that 3rd dotted line, basically the one below the wall. So 2 down from the wall. You can run up by the wall if you want. I just find that causes excess tire wear and is generally harder to execute. You might find clean air up there and it will be fine, but I'd prefer just running on that 3rd dotted line. When it comes time to pit at the end of a cycle, probably 50 or 60 laps in, just back down through 3 and 4, follow this braking guide. You'll make it down to the 45-mile-an-hour pit speed, no problem. One thing to be mindful of at this racetrack, though, however, is cold tires, both on restarts and when exiting the pits. You will have cold Firestone tires that do not want to turn like the tires that you just had. Your first 2 laps up to speed will be glacially slow in comparison to what you just put down on the track, and you will struggle to find race pace. On pit exit, avoid the wall in the infield. And here you can see just how much more I have to lift versus that example race lap and how long it takes for the car to start to rotate through the center and off the exit of the corner. I'm much slower and it takes much longer for me to get to my acceleration points. To mitigate this, you can use some tools. I found that the 4 bars are okay that the car starts with, but I eventually moved to a 3 front bar and a 5 rear bar. I used the stock tools in qualifying and never bothered adding any wake jacker. I felt like it would just spin me out and wasn't very consistent. Those are my tips and tricks this week to end the season in New Hampshire. Thanks for tuning into these guides all season long, and as we get the new IndyCar refresh at the beginning of next season, we'll be making new guides for all the tracks. So appreciate everyone tuning in, and we'll see you next season.